Hey everybody, I'm Hello Rod. Everybody, I said what did I say? Did I say everybody? Hi everybody. Hi, 5 people that watch my videos. Uh, I'm gonna do something here and show you this. Now, I've been doing research on the on all different kinds of stuff. I'm doing basically what I'm doing now is I've done research on the raw food diet and this kind of stuff. But so I'm pretty much on the bandwagon when it comes to green juices and and the banana smoothie. Okay, but there was a person on YouTube, and I will put a link to that person's video. And that person that I'm going to put the link to their video, if this person was I believe, I'm not sure, you need to check out this person's video. I think was a raw food vegan for like 20 years or long time. But that person did a video that I watched tonight, and so now I'm going to, this person recommended this channel, so I went to this channel, and so what I'm going to do here is let you listen to part of this video, and I will put a link to the person that directed me to this channel, and I'll put a link to this channel so that you can go and check it out. And this is some very fascinating information here, and so I think that it's something that you should check out. As I drink some sleepy time tea. It's been cold here. That's one thing I don't like about the smoothies. Man, it is, I'm drinking something cold and it's cold. That's I don't care for that too much. But I think probably a hot banana smoothie wouldn't be nearly as good. So let's go ahead and check this out. Let's check this out. I'll sing while I check this out.
A protein, or if you're into vegan proteins, or what you're into, I don't know. But if you want to have a clean diet and you want to get the lead out of your diet and out of your brain, because lead lowers IQs, and cadmium causes kidney damage, and mercury causes neurological problems, and arsenic is linked to cancer. If you want to get these things out of your head and out of your heart, out of your kidneys, out of your liver, you're going to have to get them out of your food. It's just basic common sense. You're going to have to get them out of your food. So that means you're going to have to start choosing cleaner food. And, in this case, One World Way is just so much cleaner. I have to tell it like it is. I can't, I know some of you are like, no way, how could that be? Well, it is. I mean, somehow they have to be using really clean cows. So, yay for them. Yay for One World Way. Great, good job. The company's doing a great job. So, let me show you something else here. Breakfast cereals. Oh, look at this dude. A little vaccine shot to the brain. That's mercury, damages your brain. Oh, in that case, we're talking about aluminum hydroxide. But popular breakfast cereals, we've also covered these in a previous video. But here you can actually see the chart of how much heavy metal is in the breakfast cereal. And if you go down here, the reason I mentioned this is because you see this number, 226? That was the highest total count that we found of arsenic, cadmium, lead, and mercury in any cereal that we tested. That's parts per billion. And these numbers are not very high. When it came to vegan proteins, we found numbers that were like way over 1,000 total. In fact, I'm trying to think about, 1,000 to over 3,000, in fact. So the vegan proteins we're testing are like way higher than any of these cereals by many, many factors. Many multiples is what I mean. Something to think about, isn't it? I do have a working theory that I'm more and more confident is true. And this has to do with the extremely high levels of insanity that I've noticed among raw food vegans. Now, don't take this the wrong way if you're a raw food vegan. You're like, how can I not take that the wrong way? Well, you know that some of your friends are totally insane, right? We've all seen that. I've been to the raw food events. I've been a speaker at many events. I've been part of the raw food movement for a long time, and raw food movement is really pretty awesome. There's a lot of great people in it, a lot of great information, but I've also noticed that there's a much higher percentage of crazy people in the raw food movement than like normal people on the street. And you may be laughing if you're hearing this because you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're a little crazy, or sometimes not even a little. They're like stark raving mad might be the correct way to describe it. Well, what makes people crazy? These metals: lead, cadmium, mercury, and copper. And it turns out that I didn't even write about copper here, but if you go to, let me see if I can find it here. If you go to something here and you click on copper, check this out. Come on, website. Actually, is my local bandwidth kind of slow? I'm in a remote location. If you look at the toxic effects of overconsumption of copper, it actually causes schizophrenia. It causes craziness. Oh, wow. Okay, my bandwidth is off. So I'm not going to be able to show you that. But copper is associated with crazy people. So very high copper diets can easily be caused by consuming vegetarian foods that but if you have a very low zinc diet and a very high copper diet, you have a much higher risk of mental insanity and schizophrenia and things like that. So that's actually something that I think is very common in the raw food vegan community, where people are getting way too much copper and not enough zinc in their diets. And then they're making it worse with some of the proteins that are high lead, high cadmium, high mercury, and so on. So I'm going to be studying this more and looking at the composition of vegetarian and vegan foods, especially heavy metals versus nutritive minerals, such as vanadium and selenium and so on, magnesium, chromium, that kind of thing. And I think we're onto some really important information here that raw food vegans especially need to be aware of, so that they can save their own brains and not go down the path of insanity like we've seen so many do. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you today.
Well, I don't know what to say. I'm not a raw food vegan, so I don't know how many people in the raw food vegan world consume protein powders. I really haven't. It hasn't been something that I've stumbled on in my research, but apparently there must be quite a few people that are consuming vegan protein powder, and it could be vegetarians that are doing it, or just people that want to have something in their diet, a protein powder in their diet. I don't use protein powder. I don't know that much about it. I don't know anything about it actually. But for those people that are, because one of the interesting things about food labeling, okay, because someone like me that goes into a store, to buy something, if I say, oh, yeah, protein powder, I want to get some protein powder, well, after doing the research that I've done on YouTube, if I had a choice between whey protein powder and vegan protein powder, I would go for the vegan because, hey, if it's protein powder, vegan, I would do it because it's that those type of words become embedded in a person's subconscious. And then, things like, if it's natural, it's better than unnatural. If it's healthy, it's better than unhealthy. So the words that they use have an impact. So, organic, vegan, natural, these kind of words have meaning, so that whenever someone is going to buy protein powder, because these words are in the part of the what would it be? What's it called? The vernacular, is that it? Because it's part of it. Because it's part of what we have been led to believe is a more healthy thing to buy. Vegan is better than non-vegan. Natural is better than processed. All of these things. So for those of you that are out there preaching the vegan trip, you might want to take a look at this and pass this information on to your viewers, because this type of information is very important. And what this guy said, you know, it's what he said. So, hey, might want to think about it. I'm Hella Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.